Welcome back to the kitchen team. So as part of your application process for the Proud to be Chef program, you need to submit and develop a recipe of your own. So with basically using dairy product at the start. So the theme of this one is using dairy differently. So I'm going to do a couple of dishes for you today. Hopefully it's going to inspire you and give you some ideas of how you can potentially use dairy a little bit differently. So the first dish is very simple, but I think beautiful and effective. So we're going to make a beetroot hummus. We're going to sear some salmon and sear some avocado. So I've got my pan warm over here. So I've got some beautiful Tasmanian salmon. Pan is just warm. You can see that it's not smoky, not too hot. Got some beautiful pieces of this amazing Tasmanian salmon. So a big majority of Australia's farmed fish comes from Tasmania. So all of our ocean trout, salmon, and kingfish comes from Tasmania. Something they call aquaculture, which is basically fish farms, which are right next to the ocean. They pump the seawater through the farms and the fish are in ponds. They get fed a great diet and they grow really quickly. Beautiful product. Little bit of seasoning. You can see that there, that's just ticking over nice and slowly without too much heat. I'm going to cook that, get some nice caramelisation on the salmon, and all that heat's going to rise up and cook that fish just beautifully. So while the fish is cooking, we're going to make our beetroot hummus, guys. So what I have here is some roasted beetroot, which all I've done to that is wrap it in some foil, a whole beetroot, in the oven, a couple of hours, 160 degrees or so, just until it's tender. Take it out, give it a puree. In this little fella here, I have some roasted chickpeas, which I've blended as well, and also some roasted sesame. In it goes. And the star of this one's going to give some beautiful creaminess is some cream cheese, some Anchor cream cheese. So really simple, guys. Good dishes, in my point of view, don't have to be too complex. And we're just going to add a little bit of fresh lemon juice to that. So two of my key products I would use in my kitchens are salt and lemon juice, guys. Great flavour, great punch, great in pretty well most dishes. Simply mix these two together. Mix these ingredients together. Now my salmon's ticking over nicely there. Just going to combine the cream cheese so you get the idea. You've got a beautiful colour. Beetroot's a great product, I love it. Really cheap, very versatile. Beautiful colour there. So while I'm waiting for my salmon to cook, what I'm going to do now is we're going to sear this avocado. Beautiful Hass avocado. I've got my blowtorch here. So what I'm doing here, guys, is essentially there's some beautiful fats and sugars, all natural in this avocado, and you can see pretty quickly that that's starting to darken up. I mean, obviously you can't smell this, guys, but there's a beautiful, nice seared smell coming off that. And the actual dark outside of the skin actually going really nice, bright green as well. Look at that. Looks amazing. So while we're doing that, our salmon is almost there. And you notice that when I'm cooking fish, guys, I don't play around, I don't shake the pan, there's no flames coming off it. I'm going to cook it predominantly all the way through on one side. Just flick it over for the last minute or two. So that's almost there. I'm just going to flip it over. Look at that, beautiful caramelised fish. And that's ready, guys. Let it sit there. So fish is like steak. You need to let it rest slightly before you serve it. Pop that onto my plate. Got some creaminess. I've got some beautiful fish. Got the great flavour of the beetroot, bit of acid in there as well. Let me go 1, 2, 3. You don't have to be too neat. We're going to cut our avocado. And we're going to put 3 pieces of that on there as well. Plate it however you like. 2, 3. And look, just to finish this one as well, another beautiful dairy, which is probably underutilised, I believe, is feta cheese. So you're going to give it a nice bit of white colour. So I've got a beautiful bit of feta here. I'm just going to crumble on it. Really simple dish, guys. Great for a sharer, great for an entree. You could add another component to it, make a main course as well. So how quick and simple was that, guys? The key to making a simple dish and developing a simple dish, a simple recipe is limited ingredients is great, but each component by itself has to taste amazing. All right, so now we're going to move over to our duck dish. So we're going to use a bit of an Asian-inspired theme with this one. So one of the fastest growing markets for dairy in the world is actually Asia, not just China, but Southeast Asia as well. So here I have a beautiful duck leg confit. I've just got a low heat over here. So for confit, I salted this duck for 4 hours, covered it in duck fat and cooked it at 110 for about 2 hours. Nice and tender, beautiful, and I'm just going to reheat it for service. We're going to make 2 components here. The first one I'm going to make is Anchor whipping cream. So great for sweet or savoury dishes. We're going to make a savoury version. So I'm going to put some whipped cream, Anchor whipping cream in here. Just going to add a bit of chopped coriander to that. Now this product here is amazing, guys. So you can't really see that there. But basically this is from the Wakayama prefecture of Japan. So this is a soy powder. So this actually comes from one of the oldest soy sauce factories in Japan, over 400 years of age. And you guys are actually probably some of the first chefs in Australia to see this brand new product. So smells amazing. It's going to give me all those amazing umami soy sauce flavors without that liquid sort of really overpowering thing. So keep an eye on this one on the market. Just going to add that to the cream. So essentially what we're doing here is making a savoury chantilly. Going to go lovely with this duck. It's got a nice little sort of, coffee tinge to it. So that's one component. So we've got our duck warming up nicely. We've got our soy cream. Now the next one is where some more dairy comes into it. So we're going to make a dressing to serve with this beautiful little baby gem lettuce here, and it's going to go with the duck. So in here I've blended some coriander, I've got some nuts in there, I've got some red chilli as well, and a little bit of sriracha, guys. So it's almost like a little chili paste. Also great to use like in chili scramble, that sort of thing. We're going to add a nice big amount of parmesan. We're going to add a little bit of citrus. You can use lime. I've got some blood orange here. A little bit of lemon. We're going to simply stir in a bit of olive oil to that. It's going to make a nice little dressing. In it goes. Very simple, guys. Once again, good food doesn't necessarily have to be too complicated. Now, because I've used the parmesan, I've got some chili and all these flavours now, I don't need to season this at all. Going to pop our little baby gems in there. Looks great, smells great, fresh, crisp, nice flavour. You could add some puffed rice to this, you could add some almonds, you can put anything you like. It's a beautiful, nice Asian-inspired salad. Okay, now the fun part is always the plating up, guys. So once you've got all your prep ready, the duck's nice and ready, salad goes in. I prefer really simple plate ups, guys, but you can do your own style. I'm more focused on the actual ingredients that I put in there and making it taste great. Look, yep, it's got to look great as well, but to me, I would rather it taste great than look great. Duck goes on there. I'm going to put a nice big dollop of this amazing soy cream on there. You can quenelle it, make it as fancy as you want. So look at that, guys, really simple, lovely duck salad dish. So we've mentioned about the program before, guys. My advice to you is if you're thinking about entering the program, just do it. And if I think 90% of the apprentices out there, or young chefs out there will be thinking, look, I'm not good enough for this. The other chefs are so much better. They work in a better restaurant. That's all irrelevant. This program is all about mentoring. So my job is to mentor you and get you ready and to make sure you enjoy the program. It doesn't matter if you're a first year, you've been cooking for 6 months, or you've been cooking for 3 years and you're almost qualified, irrelevant. So the person who will go on to eventually become the winner or then win this award of the program is not necessarily the person who will be the best chef. It's going to be the person who's got the best attitude, who's really invested in the program, who works well with everyone, who tries their best. So all I can say to you guys is do it. Don't be shy. When you apply, the good thing about this is, well, you can actually start your application, go off, do something else, go to work, come back, talk to your chef, talk to your mentor, and you can actually develop your application as you go. So it doesn't have to be done in one place. So now we're going to show you a video on actually how you apply.
To enter Proud to be a Chef, head over to the website, click on Start an Application and register to create an account. Now you can begin. Start by filling out your personal details. At any time, you can click Save and return to your application later by logging into your account. Next, fill out your course information and then answer the questions about your achievements, motivations and future aspirations. Now comes the fun part. Upload your original recipe. Make sure you tick the boxes to ensure your recipe meets all requirements. Include at least 1 Anchor Food Professionals ingredient, serves 2 people, ensure prep time is no longer than 30 minutes and cook time is no longer than 2 hours, use ingredients that are available in February, and finally ensure the recipe can be made with shared access to specialist equipment. Once your recipe is uploaded and you're happy with your application, take a deep breath and click Submit.